guys, good morning. Hope you're having a wonderful day. So we're heading out to a lavender farm. I passed this farm on my way to work and I didn't even know what it was. I knew that they were growing lavender, but I didn't fully understand that it was a full-blown lavender farm. They sell lavender things. They have a lavender festival. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're also going to be stopping at one of our local hardware stores because we're going to be looking at some shed plans and hopefully we can get our shed at least started this year. So just going to take you along with us. Are you a good boy? You're a good boy. You fix your ear. Yeah, you're so sweet. Even their house is cute.
There we go.
Yeah, and this is a half purple and half white.
Good.
Yes. And this is a goat's milk base, so which is really nice.
Is it good? Yeah. There's some bees. Okay, smile, Anya. All right, so we stopped at the farm. I'll show you what I got. I got some lavender coffee. Definitely gonna use that tomorrow morning. Medium ground, natural lavender. I didn't ask, oh, it's roasted by, okay, so it says that it's from EdenFarms.com, but it's roasted by Cafe de Arts, which is a cafe in the next city over from us. That's really cool. I also got some of the tea. Everything is wrapped, but this is the tea. I'll have some of this tonight, so I'll show you. And then I also got some lavender honey. And the difference with this honey, because they had two different types of honey, well, three different types. They had a whipped one, they had a normal honey that comes from their beekeeper, and they infuse it with lavender, or they had this one that actually just comes straight from the bees. So the bees go from the lavender all the way to the hive, back to the lavender to the hive, and they don't do anything to it. So that's the one that we decided to try. So I thought the lavender honey with the lavender tea, or the lavender honey and the lavender coffee, delicious. And then if you spent a certain amount, you also got a free bundle of lavender. So it smells so good.
Who are you? Tan, sandstone.
Really similar to this.
Sandstone.
Yeah.
Maybe tan.
That looks too yellow though.
That's all I got in this. What was the color name?
Sierra.
Isn't the one same color of our house?
I think that's a little too gray. Our house is more tan. First, we ended up in the garden area. See, I kind of think I should have put this on the corner of the
Cute
house.
sunrise.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, eventually I feel like I might change out the Japanese maple. It just looks like it's suffering, but because I think it wants part sun and I put it in full sun.
Shade tree, a linden green spire.
Oh yeah, be nice.
6+
Maybe
hours
in the
of
front
direct
yard.
Keep well watered. So throw it away.
Work in the front yard. We're back home from the hardware store, and James is trying to design up our shed on the computer. So, how's it going?
Going good. Just starting. We're going to be using Menards.com. They are not nationwide, but you could use it to help design, I guess, a shed in your area, just to get a kind of idea, and it can give you like a list of things that you might need for it. But if you go to their website, you can go under Project Center, Design and Buy, scroll to buildings, doing a shed. Simple as that. If you had a design saved, you can do that. Otherwise, we're going to start designing. Enter in your zip code. Here's a couple options what you can do for a type of shed. We're just going to do a simple gable. I've gone through this before. You could do the gable easy build, but the problem with that is it does come with basically your foundation, a wooden base to build and have your shed on top of, but we have a slab poured, so
Don't have to do
I don't want to do that and pay for something I'm not using.
Yeah.
So select normal gable. Going to continue. And then the size of our shed is going to be a 10 by 12, which would be 120 square feet. So we're going to do 10 wide and do 12 deep. Gives you a nice little kind of
3D rendering.
Yep. Our building height, 8 feet is fine for us. 2x4 stud framing, that's perfectly fine as well. Truss construction, we're just going to do that. We already made up. It's less work, so it'll be easier. Truss type, I'm just going to do a common. Roof pitch, you've got a couple options: 412, 512, 612, 812. 412 truss means it's 4 inches of rise over every 12 inches of run. Our house has a fairly steep, I think we're at a 612 in our house, but I'm just going to do a 512 just to get a little bit more of a pitch. But we'll do that. Eave overhang to match to the house a little bit more, and so there's a little bit more of an overhang all around, make it uniform. I'm going to do 12 on the eave and 12 on the gable. This is what I was talking before. So when you do this option, we've got concrete, which is not included, but that's fine. Type of curb and everything, you don't need that. Foundation type, what we have is just a thickened slab. And to make it easy and everything else, you can opt for shed building plan, which gives you all blueprints and stuff. If there ever is an issue,
Hang on.
do a shed building plan, gives you all the basically schematics for it. They've got a sample. Looks like that. Looks like professional
Pretty
prints.
detailed. Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's what you just typed in? Everything? No.
this is just an example.
Okay.
So this is what I will get by selecting that.
Okay.
If there is ever an issue with anything, or an inspector does say something or whatever, or if you did want to go with a little bit larger and need an inspection, you've got this you can print and give to them, which makes it nice and easy. Continue. Siding, we're just going to do vinyl. We'll filter by color. We'll do tan since our house is kind of that tan. And then a siding profile. We've got a couple different ones. Matching our house, we're just going to do a double 4-inch, which it shows you kind of down here. Different designs. So 4 inches, just basically 4 inches is what they look like, but it's a double, so there's 2.
Okay.
Just doing a double 4. And to get the color that matches closest to our house, I believe we have to do Main Street. And sandstone beige. Trim on the corners, have it all matching. Sandstone. Gable accent, not doing that. Not doing wainscot. Wall sheathing.
What's the wainscot?
I never had an option.
Oh,
I guess you
okay.
could do a double or lower.
Okay.
But I'm not doing that. Your wall sheathing, I mean, you can do a couple different options. But again, it's just a shed.
Yeah.
So we'll just do 7/16. House wrap, not really needed. It's a shed again. I mean, you can add it if you want to be a little more protective. So, I mean, you could, you don't have to. Gable vent, again, that's kind of a choice up to you. Roof sheathing, 1/2 inch OSB, typical, that's fine. 3-tap shingle, perfectly fine. A black roof, which we have on the house, 25-year warranty, that's fine as well. You got your felt roofing underlayment, which is good. Now, I'm going to do an ice and water barrier. I will be adding gutters, and we do live where we do get ice and snow and all that. So, fascia, soffit material, aluminum, white, fine, matches what's on the house. Perfectly fine. Now, the gutter selection, I know I said I was going to do gutters, but we know someone who does seamless gutters because our length is just a little too long. For some of them, I think for the options in here, they only come as a 10-footer. So you'd have to have a splice in there and everything else, which I don't want. I'll just do a seamless straight across all the way.
Okay.
Which is perfectly fine. Ventilation, again, not too worried with the shed. Now you can choose your openings. So on the front or an end wall, we're gonna have a wooden door. We're gonna do 72 by 84, 6-inch wide door, pine and all that, perfectly fine. We will center it, just like that. Then we're gonna click sidewall C. We'll go to the side. We will add a window, slider, fine. Again, it's a shed, not too worried. Just to get a little bit of light in there, a 24 by 24. And we will center it. Look at that, nice little window. Perfect. And we will continue. Top down, centered, door centered. Perfect.
Looks good.
All right.
Oh man. Never ends.
Yep. A lot of options. That's why this, like I said, this is good if you are doing it. If you are in an area that you have Menards, you can use this. If you are not in an area that has Menards, you can use this as well, just to kind of go through and see what you might need.
All right, just go through what we're doing.
Okay. Insulation, don't need it.
Okay.
I mean, we could add if we want, but it's a shed, it's outside. Lawn stuff is being kept in it, not worried about it. Finishing and stuff, that's not anything either. Mounting blocks, we don't need. Now, anchor bolts, since we already did like a slab prior, we're not putting those in. We're just going to use like Tapcons or concrete anchors, different type that pound in, that are poured in like this. Framing fasteners, I have some, so don't need that. Sheathing fasteners, I have, don't need that. Roofing fasteners, I'm not worried about them supplying a box, but you could do a box. It's not a large roof if you don't have a nailer. You could just do a box, but not really worried about that. Truss fasteners, we'll just pick what they have. So that would be fine. And that's basically it. You are pretty much done and ready to buy. You can print off your design packet, which will list everything on it. Otherwise, you hit continue. If you're in an area that has this, continue, buy it. They'll let you know when stuff is ready for you to go pick it up. James
is a general contractor, if you cannot tell. And thank goodness, because I don't know half the things that he was talking about. And I'm just very thankful that he knows what he's doing. And one of these days, we're going to have a beautiful shed, and I'm very excited. And that's going to be it for today's video. We're going to head outside, mow some of the lawn, and we got to put some weed killer down as well. I'll show you maybe in the next video what we're using as far as weed killer on the grass. And yeah, I'm gonna go make some tea. I'll let you know how the tea is. I'm sure it's delicious. It smells so good. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye.